What's up guys, it's Josh. Today I'm going to be demonstrating testing administrative access, configuring groups and permissions, and using DSadd to add a user account. So to get started, we're going to go to the server 1 and log on to the DOM admin account for testing. And we're going to try to create a new site using Active Directory Sites and Services. And so we're just going to right click on Sites and click New Site. And since this is the DOM admin account, we're just going to call it DOM admin site. Click on default IP site link and click OK. And you should get a message that says the site has been created. To finish configuration of the site, ensure that DOM admin site is linked to other sites with the site links as appropriate. So now that that's created, I'm going to delete it since it was just for testing. Yes, and we're going to do that same thing, except for we're going to log on to the two other test accounts. The next test account is going to be SCH admin, and he's a part of the schema admins group. So we're going to attempt to create a new site on the schema admin account. So when you click on sites and right click to click add new site, you will see that there's no button. So for the schema admin account, there's not even an option to create a new site. And that's because he's a part of the schema admins group. And the schema admins group does not have privileges to create a new site. So now we're going to log out and log in as the ENT admin account. So let's go to Sites and Services. And let's right click on Sites, and it does give us the option to create. So let's call this ENT admin site and click OK, and it actually did let us create it. So click OK, and let's delete this. Click yes. And so the ENT admin account let us create a site because it was a member of the enterprise admin group. And the enterprise admins group was a member of administrative accounts. So it had administrative privileges to create a new site. So now we're going to determine which account can create users. So we're going to log on to the DOM admin account first. And we're going to go to Active Directory, Users and Computers. And we're going to see if it lets us create a new user. So we're going to right click and go to New and click on User. We're going to name this DOM admin user. User logon name will be DOM admin user. Now let's go to next. MS press 1 and uncheck the user must change password at next login. Click finish, and you can see right there that the account was created. That shows us that the DOM admin had administrative privileges to create a user. So we're going to log out and log back into the SCH admin account. And let's go to Users and Computers, right click Users, and we can see that there's no option to create a new user. So let's try that again on the ENT admin account. And let's right click on User and go to New and click User. We're going to name this ENT admin user. Uncheck user must change password, click next and click finish. So now we're going to see if we can create a user on the opposite domain logged on as ENT admin. Click on Active Directory and click change domain, click browse, and we're going to go to the other domain and click OK. And inside this domain we're going to try to create a new account. So go to New and click Users, and we're going to name this ENT admin user 2. Click next, same password, click next and click finish. You can see right there that it created ENT admin user 2 in the child domain. So now we're going to try to create another user in the child domain under a different account. The account this time is going to be DOM admin. So let's go to Active Directory, Users and Computers. We're going to go to the child domain, and inside here we're going to try to create a new user. And you will see that there's no option to create another user inside this domain logged on as the DOM admin. So now that we've figured that out, we're going to go and do the last user, which is SCH admin, and let's see if he can create a user in the child domain. We're going to right click and change domain, go to child domain, right click user, and there's no option to create a user in this domain either. So the SCH admin and DOM admin both are not allowed to create users in the child domain, but DOM admin and ENT admin are able to create users in the local domain. So now we're going to determine which accounts can manage the schema. So we're going to log off and start with the DOM admin account, and on the even number server we're going to log on as DOM admin in the child domain. So we're logged into the DOM admin account, and we're going to type in ref server 32 schmgmt.dll, hit enter, and it says the module schmgmt.dll was loaded, but the call to the server was failed, and error code OF800400201 is given because the user account does not have the privileges to install schema. So we're going to click OK and go to the SCH admin account, type that in again. So I'm going to log out and try ENT admin, and ENT admin is denied as well. So the administrative account is the only one that is going to allow me to register the schema. So I'm just going to go to start and type in MMC file, click add and remove snapping, click on Active Directory schema and click add, click on it and click OK. Double click on the schema node and click attributes, and if you right click on attributes and see that the create attribute button is grayed out, then you don't have access to create an attribute. Click file and click save as, and let's save it as schema.msc and click save. We're going to log off the administrative account. I'll log back onto this SCH admin account, and I'm going to type in MMC, and I'm going to go to file, add remove snapping, and click on Active Directory schema and click add, click OK, and when I right click attribute, the create attribute button is not grayed out. So SCH admin does have access to create attribute in the schema. I'm going to log off and log back on to